Hello and welcome to the Ladies Show. We're so glad that you guys came back and joined us for our second season. I'm back with all my lovely co-hosts here. I have Miss Jonna here. I have Miss Talia here. And our special guests, we have Tyrone and Sherry Petrie.
Hi.
And so we will be talking to them more later into the show. So today, our topic is going to be about relationships. So no, we're going to have a lot to talk about, a lot to share. Everybody on the panel is going to share, as well as our amazing couple that have been married for over 25 years. And they have 5 children. I was like, she needs to walk around and wear a crown. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about our guests. So Tyrone Petrie is a native of Los Angeles, California. He is a self-taught graphic designer, print director, and has more than 3 decades of background with company organizations and corporations. Tyrone enjoys dates night with his wife. I think that's so sweet. DJing, reading, and long distance running. Oh, wow. I really want to hear about that too. He is also involved in various men's ministries and other groups at West Los Angeles Church, where he is a member. Tyrone is married to his best friend, Sherry Petrie, for over 25 years. They are blessed with 5 children, 3 boys, 2 girls. The age range from 17 years old to 31 years old. And they also have 6 grandchildren, I think is amazing, and they love to spoil them, those lucky babies. Sherry is married, obviously, to Tyrone. They have been married for 25 years, but together 27 years. They have 5 children, I said before, 6 grandchildren. Like I said, she needs a crown. Sherry has been a doula for 13 years, and I would love for her to expand on that, because a lot of people don't know what a doula is. I had an amazing doula and midwife, and they are angels. I'm a postpartum doula for 3 years, as well as an aspiring midwife. Currently studying to become certified in postnatal mood anxiety disorders and the impact of maternal depression on the fetus, newborn, developing child, mother, the father, and the family as a whole, because you all need a village after you have those babies. She is also studying social work with an emphasis on mental health. So I'm going to go ahead and just dive right into it. So I'm going to let you guys tell us, how did you guys meet?
At work.
Oh, okay.
At work.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, so I have to know the nitty gritty. Who approached who? Or tell us a little background about how you met at work, but then what happened?
We met at work and we were friends, and we never we'd go and hang out. Like, he was my brother.
Oh.
Like, literally, he was my brother. Like, and that pretty much was it.
Wow.
Didn't see anything else different other than he was my brother.
Most people don't believe that. They're like, oh, you was checking in on it.
No.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, not at all.
Okay, but then what changed? Because clearly it's been 20 years now.
So you want to tell what changed for you, sir?
I love it.
It was. I've been married before, and I knew I wanted to be married, and I was just like, Lord, I really want to be married, and I don't know. And it was like I got thumped upside the head. It's like,
wow.
Sherry. And I was like, oh. I'm actually
wow.
And I was like, wait a minute. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
And that's how it.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Wow. And I as well have been married before.
Okay.
Both of us got married very, very young. And I was like, oh, never again. Never, we're not doing this. I'm over it. And my friends was like, you do understand the guy likes you, right? And I'm like, Ty does not like me.
Wow.
Like, literally blinded whenever I saw that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but here we are.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, funny. Well, that first kiss must have been something.
He's just really a cool guy.
The same thing. We just really vibed together and had a great time with each other.
We would just go hang out. Want to go get lunch?
So amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so sweet. And 27 years later?
Yeah.
And how many babies? 5 babies later? And 6 grandbabies later?
Yes.
Wow, a whole generation.
Yeah, look good too.
Yeah.
Surprised me, huh?
I know. 6 grandbabies, I was like, what?
Nice.
Right? 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Huh? We are
Yes.
blessed. We are blessed.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now your grandbabies. Tell me a little bit about the grandbabies. So you usually love to spoil the grandbabies. I know that's the grandparents'
My
job.
goodness. Oh my. So we have the Brady Bunch. 3 boys and 3 girls.
Oh wow!
Ages ranging from 6 years to 2 months old.
Whoa, 2 months.
Yes, and that's 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds.
Wow. You got one.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. And when they're all together, it is like daycare. It's like, you come here.
Wow.
That was running there, but I want to go see Pop over here. But I was like, oh my God, it's daycare.
Oh.
You know, and it just kind of brings me back to when our children were small because, you know, our oldest and our second oldest are 6 years apart, but then everybody else is 2 years. And then we paused, and then we had another child, 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah, the age range is what, 17 to 31?
Yeah.
Wow. So I gotta know who asked who out first.
Yes.
All right. Not on the work relationship wise, on the more like I want to get to know you. Side. That side.
Okay, so I guess that would be me, maybe?
Sort of, kind of, yeah.
Tell us about it. Tell us about
Because
it.
again, he was my friend.
Yeah, we had already been hanging out.
Yeah.
So it
Just the
wasn't
two of you hanging out.
Just hanging
Okay,
out, just going out.
That's a group of
I
friends.
love music, so it was just like not like, oh, let me just take you out. And no, it was just like, I'm going to go hear this DJ and come on and hang out with me.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't like we're going on a date and there was no expectations or anything there. It wasn't like, oh, you know, I got to impress her and everything. It was just me being me. It was like she already knew me, so
Yes.
it wasn't like, you know, oh, yeah. I'm gonna put on this blazer and you know she. Nah, it was like it was
But he
just me.
did do that.
Like, you know,
I had him over for dinner. I was like, I'm going to make spaghetti. You want to come have spaghetti? I looked crazy when I opened that door.
she didn't.
She said, you gonna find out today, huh?
But see, it wasn't like that. I had never been. Okay, don't believe me. I've never been invited to have dinner with someone like that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, you know, I want to go over there. You know, okay. I did have a suit on. Okay, great.
You had a suit.
I did have a suit on.
Was it a different type of feeling versus like I'm going out to hang out, but when you went to her house for spaghetti, was it that different? Like, did you get butterflies?
Remember, I said I was praying and all that.
Wow.
But I was like, you know, but Sherry is cool. I'm not even trying to.
I wasn't trying to feed
so-
him to get him.
And I taste that spaghetti though.
He said, come over and have dinner. I'm cooking.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's beautiful because you guys were both your authentic self from the
Exactly.
jump.
Yeah.
You know,
There's
sometimes
no pretense. No.
sometimes people put on a face for, 6
Yes.
to
No.
8 weeks and then the face comes off and
You
you're
heard me
like,
say I look crazy when I opened the door.
yeah.
I think my first date I'm gonna look crazy too, because I want to wean them in. Like you get what you get. That's it. You get what you got. You get what you get.
Don't go with it.
That's what they used to tell my young
No
daughter.
surprises. No surprises when the makeup comes
So
on.
when you dress up, it's like, whoa.
Okay.
I love that.
Okay.
But I was already at whoa.
I was like, he had on.
No. Just okay. Yeah.
Oh my God, he
People
had on
agree
the
to
suit.
disagree.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
So she had you at spaghetti, right?
Actually, before the spaghetti, I smelled the spaghetti.
Wow.
Was it the pants or was it shorts? No.
I had on shorts and a
Shorts
t-shirt.
with
I told you I look
rainbow.
crazy. Doing flip-flops. Like, hi.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness.
And look,
he
he
has
was like,
on a suit.
hey.
Yeah.
Hey, he has on a suit. Oh.
I took the tie off and loosened up.
No, he had.
So I was okay.
Now I
So I
wanna
took it
taste-
off. So I took
Clearly
it off.
that spaghetti was magically delicious. Because I made the spaghetti. So that's what you need to bring to the next potluck show. Okay, so you didn't, but who asked who on the date? So were you said you weren't asking him
It
for
wasn't
that
a date.
purpose. It was just
Again,
to hang out
that's
as
my
friends.
friend.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know that we ever dated.
It
Oh,
was
got
just a
it.
really smooth.
Transition.
Yeah, I don't think we ever dated.
No.
We
no.
just were really cool friends. We
Wow.
never
Yeah.
came on to each other, anything like that. It was never like that. Like this guy, we'd go out, he'd be like, all right, girl, and he would kiss my hand. I thought, how cute is that?
Yes,
And it was very refreshing.
yes.
Because you guys know,
yes.
And that's my second tip. Kiss my hand.
Come on.
Not to take a note. Not to say that I'm really writing notes.
Again, there was no expectation. There was no.
There wasn't any expectation, but
No.
was there a point at which either one of you felt the relationship start to change?
See, there you go asking. Easy. No, my sister. Well, you know what? It was. I did. And Sherry was like, "You my friend."
Oh wow.
I wasn't in the friend zone like that, but she just started like, okay, because we were friends. We were like really friends. So, she'll be complaining about me. I mean, not about me, but guys you date. I'm like, you need to drop him.
that's what I'm saying.
Like not like you need to drop him to come with me, but it was like he's not no good. You need to find someone. So when I approached her with that, she was like, okay, well, let's see. Let's see, man. I wore the suit again, so.
The suit and the spaghetti.
That's it. And make spaghetti. I'm gonna
Spaghetti and a suit.
Yes.
That's the
And
formula.
my friends kept saying, he's a really nice guy. He is not your ex-husband.
Yeah.
You really need to consider him because my oldest, my 31-year-old, our 31-year-old is my first husband's child.
Okay.
And so,
No, no.
right, because when we finally made it official that we were dating, Quinn was 4 at the time.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Wow.
and so my friends was like, he loves your son. That's first and foremost.
Wow.
Yes.
And we can tell he adores you. If you don't cut it out, like I was gonna get the stick. They was all about to.
So that's how you got a clue. Your girls gave you the clue.
Because I'm telling you, I was oblivious because he never came on to me like that,
No, there was no.
which was great.
Yeah.
It was refreshing, and I was cool with it. Like,
Yeah, of course.
I have a best friend that's a guy. Yay.
Yes.
You know?
I think that's a challenge for a lot of women, particularly myself as well. Is like when you've come from not so great relationships that when people are honestly and genuinely intrigued by you, you have blinders on, and you're automatically protecting myself. Like, I'm not about to talk to you,
Right. And wall closed.
Yes. So I think it's refreshing to hear that you gave him an opportunity to just get to know you on a personal plane.
Yes,
We'll
right.
talk about that.
I love that. And so my other question to you guys is, once it was a smooth transition,
Yes.
were you guys surprised though? Because you went from really best friends, it sounds like,
We were.
to a full-blown relationship.
Yeah.
But remember, it took a 2-year span. It was it wasn't like
Overnight, yeah.
no, it wasn't an overnight thing. We took our time in it, not knowing we were taking our time in it.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Yes.
You
And
know.
then I'm curious to expand on, so you said that for yourself, you had to let stuff go.
Oh yeah.
So when we come back, we're going to talk about that a little bit because I know definitely there's men and women that can relate to that need to learn to let go of the past
Yes.
so that they can be in their present
Yes.
and enjoy that. So thank you for tuning in to the ladies. We'll be right back after a few words. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And comment because we might write you back. We have a hot topic that's burning up the charts right now with women in politics.
For me as an immigrant woman, it's a really, really important time because most of us come from countries where women haven't had that kind of power, and even if they have it, it's perceived.
We truly now have like a rainbow coalition of
women from everywhere, from the eldest to the youngest. And what I saw also is that, yeah, I think in times past, women didn't support each other. You know, I mean, like if the United States is still dealing with the first female governor, and we have other countries like Liberia and other countries and the Philippines that have had female presidents.
Do you think that the current tone and tenor of the current administration had any impact on the number of immigrant women that actually said, I'm going to run for office and I'm going to do this?
Oh, how can we deny that?
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. So we're going to pick up where we left off. Johnny was asking our amazing couple a key question, and I'm dying to hear the answer.
Hi, so Sherry, we were talking before the break about trying not to bring old things and old baggage into new relationships.
Yes.
And so my question for you would be, what do you think are some of the good and bad things that people often bring into a relationship that can kind of derail it before it even gets started?
I'm going to say trust is the very first thing, because that's not what I had in my first marriage at all. He destroyed that. And so for me, it was letting go of that. I had to literally forgive him for the pain that he caused. And once I got past that, I was a little bit more open. But yeah, trust. You have to communicate. You cannot be hollering and screaming and going to sleep with all that anger, because it doesn't do anything but build up. And again, that was kind of my first relationship. And I would attribute to us both being very young. We were 20 years old. We knew what a relationship looked like, but did not know how to execute one. And so once I got past all of that and working on me as a younger woman, it was then easier to bring that into our relationship with him, because he was so different. And I had to realize also that all men aren't the same. And he was definitely not that person.
Praise God.
Let me ask you because I'm sure that there are people in our audience who ask themselves this question when they've been hurt or traumatized severely. How did you bring yourself to absolutely forgive him?
Well, again, like I said, he is my older son's father. So during family functions, he still was at family functions, you know, because he was part of the family, you know, and this fabulous person here was like, I don't have a problem with that. And, you know, and he had a conversation with my ex-husband, and the relationship I have with my son now is different than the relationship you have with your son. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so we were all cool and cohesive, so that when he then got remarried, all of us still family functioned together. Our oldest son has 9 siblings between the two, myself and my ex-husband.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So you guys do co-parenting then?
Well, now that Quinn is 31, Quinn does the parenting on his own. But as growing up, that was definitely our goal.
That's so beautiful though, because that's rare. My family is also like that. My mom already told me if I mess up, that my husband's coming to everything, and so he'll be at everything. But you can't, you know, you love people and you bring them into your life and you bring them into your heart. That shouldn't stop because the relationship doesn't work out for whatever the reasons are, and there's children involved, and it only hurts the kids in the end. So.
Exactly, and sometimes it wasn't easy because he was a alien. But you know, God is first and foremost, and so let's put that straight in the center so that I can deal with you in love at all times. Yes.
Well, you guys definitely appear to be a very strong couple, just based off what you guys have let us know. But my question is, what have you personally gone through as a couple, as a married couple, that made you all stronger?
Ooh. Well, that's sort of a loaded question because we've been through so much, and each one is like just a building block to make it stronger. And that question you brought up about about the relationship and everything, my role as her husband is to cover her and make sure whatever it is on the outside doesn't penetrate that. So if it's kids, if it's work, if it's whatever it is, that's my job. I'm the shepherd. I'm here with the staff.
Right.
Leave my sheep alone.
Okay.
I don't care. So I have to be really vigilant about that. Not that she can't take care of herself. She's very, very capable.
Sometimes too much.
But with that, it's almost like she sees things that I don't see, and vice versa. So I'm like, hey, you got to do this and that. She'll be like, oh, okay. Okay, maybe he's seeing this. I would same thing with me. So with that, each one was a building block. So I kind of remove if this makes sense, I kind of remove myself away from, like when we get in an argument, I'll put it that way.
And
I kind of remove myself away from that, and I say, okay, what's she saying, true? Petrie, are you tripping?
Right.
I'm a real judge. Because you asked. Are you tripping? What she said is right. Brother, you shouldn't have left your clothes sitting on the ground. Like that. I'll use that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right? I know.
And not how it actually came out, how she verbalized it. It may have been wrong, and vice versa. Maybe I yelled, maybe she yelled, but it's like, don't take that personal, Petrie, because that's your friend, that's your homegirl, that's your ride or die.
Right.
She's not going to do anything like that. Now, the way it came out,
might not have been.
yeah, but I removed that. I removed that not to let that get in the way of what needs to be done. So it's like, okay, I need to pick up my clothes. Well, you know what? When I get in, maybe I need to not just drop them right there. Maybe I should just go in the closet and drop them right there.
That illness.
Maybe drop them right there. But just realize that, okay, well, she's going back and picking this stuff up every single night. Or however long you left her sitting there, now she has to go pick that up. You're asking. So I, again, remove myself and kind of put myself in her shoes and say, oh, okay, Peach, you're tripping. You just need to
that.
You just need to just go the extra mile, pick it up. Right?
Just to build
Stop
on that.
stepping over it because I'm not picking it up anymore, sir.
And that happened.
He said that's what happened.
Makeup is still going to be
You
there.
understand right there.
But it made it stronger. And it's just so many things that, that happen that.
I'm gonna go with our child. Okay.
Go ahead.
So 2 years ago, we had one of our boys get shot 5 times.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. And that took the family for a whirlwind because you have these boys, our African American boys, and you want to protect them at all times. And he's an adult, and you talk and you talk and you talk and you talk, and you talk until you're blue. And when that happened, it was just like you could feel the air get sucked out the house.
Wow.
Because literally,
Wow.
because I was like, okay. He was like, gosh darn it. Our other son was like, I'm not gonna say what he said.
Right.
And the girls went into a full panic mode.
Of course.
And our youngest son was on his way to a party. When we caught him, he thought we were joking. And so we literally went to counseling. Because it was like,
It just you see how a hurricane comes and
it was
just
like
demolish. And our relationship was really strained because
we were trying to work through things with that particular child, and we were in the middle. Well, if we could have did, and I felt myself kind of, well, you should have.
and I was like, no,
Right.
Right.
and
You
she
know.
like, no.
And we were.
I was saying, don't allow that to.
But as a mother,
Exactly.
it was like, what? What did we? And then again, oh, we did nothing wrong because we've raised you in the church.
Right.
You were in the choir. You have a voice of an angel.
Right.
You know who the Lord is.
I know that's
And
right.
because of his grace, you are still here too.
Amen to that.
Yes.
Wow, I'm so glad.
Yes. So yeah, that was tough.
Wow.
That you know, and again, just being in communication, we learned that through all the stepping stones that we've endured in our 27 years together.
Yeah.
Just being in communication and agreeing to disagree sometimes. It's okay. We don't have to like the same thing.
I love that's my favorite
That's
saying.
gonna be my
Let's
note
agree.
number 4. I don't have to like the same thing as
Right. Okay, and we still love each other.
Yeah.
That's right.
But just keep it in mind that this is my friend.
Yeah.
This is my homegirl. This is the
love
one that
that.
got my back.
Yeah.
So that trumps all of that. This is the one that I prayed for. That anything that happens trumps that to get me straight and like, okay, you're tripping.
And
Look at yourself. You're tripping because she's right. And I'm just not. Whatever it is.
and vice versa.
Yeah, vice versa.
Yeah.
That's just how we
I think
to fight fair.
couples need to learn also. Stop trying to change your spouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Stop trying to change
Because
your
you
spouse.
stress yourself out.
Yeah.
You can't change
You
anybody.
cannot.
No.
Work on yourself.
That's right.
And everything will fall into place.
I know that's right. And I think I love that you say that because I think sometimes people get in a relationship looking to be what they say whole.
Yes.
But you have to be whole on your own.
On your own. Absolutely.
You should be adding to each other.
Yes.
Uplifting each other.
Yes.
And it's not going to always be all roses. And that's okay too. Because like you said, in those struggles, that's how you become stronger. I mean, you definitely could not be in a 25, 27-year relationship without that.
Yeah.
I think what helped me with that very thing is when I can see it now. I was doing whatever I was doing, and in the middle of fuss budgeting about it, I realized we were not raised the same.
And
We did not have the same household, the same parent situation, the same experience from different regions of the country. So we're not going to see certain things the same.
Absolutely.
Right.
I had a lot of chores growing up. He didn't have a lot of chores growing up. That whole thing about picking up, oh my goodness, bless your heart. It's a daily thing. But once I had to really look at that and say, you guys are not the same people. You don't come from the same anything.
Yeah.
So understand that when certain things happen a way that you don't like, it's because you just see things differently.
So very true. So
From
very
basic
true.
stuff. So I was laughing. That made me laugh because my husband and I remember we were living together, and he liked to start the wash and then put the soap in, and I thought that was silly. So I would put the soap in, and we had one of the biggest arguments early in our, and we both had to step back, say this really isn't a big deal as long as the clothes get, but we just laughed because we were just raised different. I was raised to do it this way, he was raised to do it this way. At the end of the day, the clothes gonna get clean. It really didn't matter, but just something as simple as that turned into this whole argument because I was raised to do it this way, and he was raised to do it that way, and neither way was wrong.
Right.
And the clothes were gonna get done regardless.
That's
so
very
it's
true.
funny that you say that.
Funny.
Yeah. Okay, so we are definitely going to wrap up this segment right now. So please like, subscribe, share, comment. We might comment back, and we're going to talk about Valentine's Day. I am really excited about Valentine's Day, as always. And do you guys feel like, I'll just start with this and be thinking about this during the break. Do you guys feel like it's just all about money and chocolates, or do you take that time to really be intimate with your partner? It makes you take a time out and really think about some of the fun things you have planned for your spouse or someone you're dating. And we'll be back after this. Thank you.
Welcome to our show, The Ladies. The goal of this talk show is to bring to light and discuss issues in the news from 4 different perspectives. We strive to create a consistent, high-quality show that relates, entertains, engages, and builds an honest, transparent relationship with our viewers. We hope that by watching this unique show, you feel uplifted, enlightened, encouraged, and entertained. Our mission is to use the airwaves to bring to life engaging topics, transform our viewers' lives, and bring a sense of fulfillment into every home. Thank you for watching The Ladies, and welcome to the family of 4 ladies with 4 different opinions.
Hello, welcome back to The Ladies. I hope you guys are commenting. Please like, share. That's right, share. All you have to do is hit that arrow. It takes 2 seconds. And we might comment back. So we are coming back to talk about Valentine's Day, one of my favorite holidays because it's right after my birthday. I just continue to get spoiled. So for you guys, anyone can pick this up. Who loves Valentine's Day? Do you have any plans for Valentine's Day? Let us know.
You can go.
Well, I don't really like Valentine's Day
Okay, yeah, I know.
because it's every day for me.
Aww.
And I don't try to do the one thing, like, it's just, I mean, we'll do something, but it's just like, man, it's just too much. It's just like 365 days. I only got one day to be like, my birthday.
Right.
Man, I'm greedy. I want the whole year.
We don't
The whole year. Man.
Tata just wrote that on her list.
Why? It doesn't make sense. Just because someone just said, "Oh, spend money on this day,
Right.
buy this card there." And,
Right.
No, man, just get that. Just every day.
We are generic as generic comes when Valentine's Day comes because we do date nights often.
Nice. How often? Look.
Often.
Nice.
Like we try at least if it's not once a week for certain we're sometimes twice a week. Like literally
Beautiful.
because our children are we're adults. The youngest is 17. So but we go to dinner. We take rides out to the beach just spontaneously, just go up the coast, you know. We love sushi, so we're always at our favorite restaurant, you know. So like he said, it's not like, oh, it's just one day, because I refuse to spend $200 on a dinner on Valentine's Day. The devil is a lie.
And wait 2 hours.
And wait 2 hours to be seated.
And the roses.
Yeah, no, you know, and I love flowers, but it's okay.
I got a spot.
It's okay. You know, he surprises me with them. You know, often one time I was like, "Babe, it's okay. You don't have to." And he was like, "Excuse me," but going back to that was what was not happening prior, so I didn't know how to accept that
And receive that.
Yes. So and I'm like, okay, he brings flowers. Okay, thank you. They're beautiful. But again, Valentine's Day is great, and yes, it's it's all about love. But we're there.
So that's a great place to start. If you haven't done it, is to do that. And I'm just always looking for ways to. We try to outdo each other.
Oh, but he's the outdoer.
She's like, it's not even fair.
So,
No, it's not. This guy.
this girl.
I got sick.
girl.
Let me tell you about one time. I got sick, and I really wasn't feeling well. And there was a picture I saw somewhere. I came home. That picture with a bouquet of roses was sitting on my table. That's who he is. We got pregnant with our son Tyler, and then the bouquet of roses just kept coming to work. Just kept coming to work.
Wow.
Just kept coming to work like a florist.
The coworkers were like, it's my day to get one now.
Right.
You're at 10.
A whole lot of people upset at work.
And they were like, can you clone him? Can you clone him?
Does he have an uncle?
No,
That's what they wanted to know.
No, but
that's
but
who he
again,
is.
I got to go back to I prayed for her. So I hold her like this, delicate, and I don't like. Come on now, if you, I don't understand. Is it stuff like that happens? But it's not like we plan it or anything like that. It's like, oh, and I'm worse at that. I mean, one time we went to San Francisco. I didn't have room.
My God.
I didn't have anything.
Oh, you just got in the car and drove?
And we carrying our bags. And dude smoking and looking. I'm like, where we
It
going
was
to
my 30th birthday.
Where we going to go?
And it was a 4-day round the world little trip. And he was like, we're hopping on the plane. Where are we going?
So
Frisco.
Oh, I
What
love
was
it.
saying?
I love it.
I don't know. Excuse me?
but I think it's better. I got better.
We have a car though. We have a car. We were walking with bags, looking like tourists. I'm like, okay. Like literally, it was literally a plane, took a train back then, went on a reggae boat ride, and then went to was it Disneyland or Universal Studios? Disneyland.
Oh, I love that.
That's who he is.
That's
I
another
love
check.
that.
That's a check, and
But
that's who he
again,
always has been.
Yeah. That's me. Yeah. Well,
That's who he is.
But again, I know it's a blessing from the Lord. I don't take that lightly. I don't. So,
Just sip my water.
so if I have to,
Yeah.
stop it. It's a blessing from the Lord, and that's all I can say. So that directs me in how I operate. So
That's the way it was for when my husband and I met, because I had a similar prayer. I didn't want to date anymore. And I said, I'm not doing it right. I'm meeting the wrong people.
Right.
If I even tried to get married to any one of these people, I'd end up as a statistic on the Dr. Phil show.
Oh, no.
I don't want to go there.
Yes.
So I
get
was
it.
like, if I'm just going to hand it over, I'm going to trust you. And if marriage is what you have on your journey for me, it'll show up
Yes.
the way you want it to show up, and I won't have to put really any effort except to be ready as the best person I can be for that
Right.
person. We're always looking for what we're looking for. What do we want him to be like? What do we want him to do? But sometimes we forget we have to be presentable to them too.
Absolutely.
We have to be what they
ready.
are looking for. And my husband likes to do little things. When we were dating, he used to leave things all over the house. In the freezer.
I love it.
You know, my favorite little cheesecake with a card. He used to do that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And we compete too to see who can give the best presents. Who can do it most often.
In the freezer.
All of that kind of stuff. And so now for Valentine's Day, it's basically, are we going to make ourselves available away from work, away from all kinds of multitasking kind of stuff,
Right.
so that whatever comes up, you know, it could be the Lakers and a dinner that I cooked,
Yes.
something special I'd always
Yes.
wanted to fix for us. As long as that time was contained, as long as no phones were going on, none of that kind of stuff, because there's all kinds of ways to express love for someone.
Right.
Love
Absolutely.
language.
And I think time is the most important, because time is the one thing you can't get back.
I know that's right. I love how you said that. You can express. So my husband and I, we took the kids and we went to a cabin. He told the kids they would have no internet. We all thought we were going to die, including myself. And so we just had to focus. So I thought of all these fun things for us to do. So one thing we did is we took the love language test. And I think everybody should take that, whether you're dating, you're married, you're getting ready for marriage, or even with your kids. I love taking it. And the crazy thing was, how we saw love was all time spent together. And so sometimes you don't know what that person's love language is, and that's where that miscommunication can be happening, because maybe it's just the Laker game, but maybe it's spaghetti. You know, who knows? But once you know, then you know how to give that love, and they receive it because that's their love language. So I love that test. It's free online.
Yes.
What about you, Talia? What about
Well,
Valentine's Day?
I'm not in a relationship, but as I'm gearing up for a relationship, for me, because I have been out of it, Valentine's Day is not a really big deal, like you told me. But, I would expect something on Valentine's Day. Because, with my schedule, I might not have the opportunity to date all the time. But I think it's a representation of, like, this is your special day.
Yes.
And I would hate for a brother not to get me nothing on Valentine's Day. Right. He's not going to get any spaghetti. I have to say, and I
feel the same way. You know, we've been married for almost 16 years. I mean, I still am like, all right, Valentine's Day. But what I love is not only does he spoil me, he spoils my daughter.
Yes.
So, for example, I'll get the biggest bouquet. She gets a little bouquet because we don't want the first little boy who gives her a big bouquet for her to be impressed. She's going to be like, my daddy did that every year.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So,
Absolutely.
And I have my kids just exchange little gifts as well. You know, as brother and sister, even though they think each other are gross. Right. But just little family things like that. So I love that. And it doesn't have to be huge. Like you said, it could be at home, just phones off, just paying attention, spending quality time. And we don't ever go out on Valentine's Day.
Right. No.
That's just crazy.
Yes, it's crazy.
So we either do it the week before, we might do it 2 weeks later. I mean, it's whenever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely celebrate. But no, I definitely think it has become more commercialized.
Right.
It's just about, you know, the corporation. Yes. Losing focus. I love that year round. But yes, I'm expecting something, honey.
Yeah, because Valentine's stuff is starting to come up during Christmas. It's absolutely bananas that you can go into the store and see Christmas
year round.
And then there's Valentine. So it's just like, you know, but it's a big deal. I think it, like you said, it just depends on what your relationship is and the expectations. Yes.
Right. And some chocolate should be somewhere.
A little Hershey chocolate.
Chocolate always, you know, chocolate's always good.
I want to segue, because Talia, you mentioned that, you know, if you were dating somebody, they'd have to do something on Valentine's Day. That would be kind of like a deal breaker for you. So, what are the deal breakers for you when you're dating or you're in a relationship?
I think in the beginning stages of a relationship, you know, I'm still commercial. I'm still a semi-millennial. So. Now, if I'm with someone, you know, like this couple here, and they're going out all the time, and they're doing things, and they're active, and, you know, then I think my expectations would soften, because I know he's going to take me on an amazing trip for my birthday to the future husband of mine. Then I know, then, you know, again, then it becomes all year. So I'm really excited to get to that point. I want to get there to where I don't have to feel some kind of way if I don't get something on Valentine's Day. I already know that I have, you know, things that love and Valentine's cannot bring to me. So I'm really excited to get to that point in life.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
I love that. And I can't wait to plan your wedding.
To my future husband.
Yes.
I know, right?
Just in relationships in general, what would you say, either one of you, Tyrone or Sherry, what would be an absolute cannot put it back together deal breaker for you?
I'll be honest, I don't know if I've ever really thought about it with all sincerity, because we were like, look, we're not doing this again.
Yeah, there was some groundwork. We kind of just like, we're not going through
We're
this.
not doing this again.
Look, and I say, you know what? I joke with her. I say, you know what? If we do break up, just expect for me to come over. You just gonna have to get used to it.
Keep making the spaghetti.
We're like, yo, bro, not like that, man. You just gotta put the stuff up. I'm sitting there watching TV, but I joke with her. But it's like, you know, I can't really.
Like I said, my grandmother and grandfather were married 69 years.
Beautiful.
My mom and dad have been married, it'd be 50.
Yeah, coming up.
What?
51. Yeah, and just like you were saying.
Yeah, in March.
We grew up different. I didn't have none of that.
And
I didn't even see it. It wasn't even like, oh yeah, that's why I say it ain't me. It ain't like, I grew up with a family. It was like the Brady Bunch, and it was like, none of that.
And I'm only child.
Yeah.
He has siblings. I'm only child, so I didn't see anything but what in my eyesight looked structure. Papa and Granny were darn near perfect.
Well, you had the blueprint.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Amazing.
So, my mom and dad just, you know, being adult now and just watching them, like, they are the most, and with all softness, the most for better or for worse I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
You know, because of whatever struggles they've gone through, I've watched them overcome it. And I'm like, because when I first told my grandmother I was divorcing my ex-husband, she was like, baby, I was like, yes, Granny, now wait, what?
You're like different
Because the deal breaker for me
generations.
with him was, you're not going to keep bringing your girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not going to keep doing that. And I told him, bruh, negative, we can never do that.
I was
Ever.
like, one is enough.
Been there before.
Okay, so you do have a deal breaker.
So that's your deal.
So that's
That
your
would
deal
be the
breaker.
deal breaker, but I promise you, I'm sure I probably would try and work through it because it's
I got you.
Yes.
But I love that in all of that, I love that you guys have become a blueprint for your kids and your grandkids. And I think that's the blessing in all of this. And I think that that's amazing.
And that is why we work on us.
And it's a lot of self-development.
A lot.
I mean, men's group, women's group.
Yeah.
And a lot of reading I had to do. I had to do a lot of catching up.
I know
I had
that's
to do a lot of catching up. So I just had to look for mentors and men that I said, oh, okay, I want that. How did you do that?
I love that.
How did you
I
do
love that. So you got to reach out. You got to be honest.
You have
I'm
to
so
be
happy.
open,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm so excited that you guys became the blueprint. My husband and I are working on being the blueprint. Talia gonna find her blueprint.
Yes.
John and her husband are the blueprint.
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining us on The Ladies. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you to our special guests,
Thank
the
you.
Petrie
Thank you
family,
very much.
sharing all
Yes,
their amazing
absolutely.
insight, because you guys, I'm sure, will take jewels from everything that you got today. Happy Valentine's Day from the crew. We're excited to see you next time. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.